All right, Queens, in this episode, we're going to talk about a fresh start, starting new, and what that looks like and how you can have it for your life. Right inside on Powerfully Her. How you doing, Queens? How you doing? How are you? I was an alto when I was in chorus in middle school. I wanted to be soprano, y'all, but I didn't hit the high note. But I'm an alto. I'm okay with that. So what? But so you see my hearing, my singing capabilities. I don't have them, but that's okay. So what? But how you doing? How's it going? How's everything, Queens? I hope everything is going amazing. And I'm so happy that you are here. Got my red blazer on for you, focused. And I hope you're doing well. So in this episode, we're going to talk about a refresh and a restart. Restart, refresh. And it's important. And the reason why I titled the episode that is because sometimes we need a reset. Sometimes we need a refresh. And it's episode 30. Spirit ringers. That's so exciting. Episode 30. Let's get it. Yes, episode 30. I am so excited for episode 30. And I'm so excited that you're here. We're doing it. We are doing it. And like I said, reset and refresh. I made a reset. I said, you know what? I'm going to, God willing, commit to my amazing podcast. My husband and I were going to do this. We are going to empower women. We're going to remind women who they really are if they have forgotten, and guide them in the process of letting them know that they deserve to have a wonderful life. And bring yourself back to your natural and be bold and have a life large and beautiful in the way you want. That's why we're doing this. So that was my reset. I had to have a reset saying, no, I'm going to commit no matter what. And a reset and refresh. And it's refreshing to be able to do so, along with everything else that I hope to do, and the same for you. So this is why the big 3-0, hey, Privately Her 3-0. And I want to say thank you for showing up and being here during this wonderful journey and experience. Yeah. All right. So, you good? Are you? Just let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know. I love the communication. I want to know, are you good? How are you doing? And how you feel about the content itself. I want to know. I hope that it is resonating. It's resonating with you, and that you're getting what you need and more. So on to the episode. Okay. Reset and refresh. Why is that? Well, for one thing is we all need a reset. We all, sometimes need to press the pause button and gather ourselves, recalibrate, right? Reflect, and then we could start a refresh. Again, sometimes we just need to recalibrate, get ourselves together, right? Reclaim it. Let me reclaim that I'm gonna get myself together. I'm gonna figure some things out. I'm going to reflect on what has happened and what I need and what I want. And then I'm going to start new. I'm going to start fresh, a refresh. And we need that. And you need to give yourself that, Queen. Give yourself permission to do that. You have to start giving yourself permission to have that. And you gotta have to start giving yourself permission in general. You have to stop being so hard on yourself. It's not good. Yes, I definitely believe we need tough love. We need to have discipline and push ourselves. But I don't think we should be abusing ourselves. We shouldn't be hard on ourselves, like tough and just abusive and rude and disrespectful, and not showing yourself self-love and not showing yourself self-respect and things like that. That's not okay. And there's a vast difference. Saying that, hey, if I want to lose some weight, I'm not going to have ice cream tonight. Maybe I'm going to have a peach, an apple. As opposed to say, I'm stupid, I'm ugly, I shouldn't be eating this anyway, whatever, like the negative self-talk. Remember, we spoke about that episodes ago, the negative self-talk, the ineffective communication that sometimes we have with ourselves and with others. That's not serving you. That's not helping. That's not the reset you need. The reset is assessing, actually sitting down and working on you. What is going on? What do I need? What do I want? What does this look like? What is happening? That's really important. I got the tissue box there. That is important. Makeup wipes. That is very important. What does that look like? It's you are looking at your life as an observer, but at the same time, you're in it. So you're reflecting on it. So you're looking at the optics of it. You're like, okay, I could see where I made some areas of opportunity, things I need to work on. I can see where I mess up here, and that's okay. But this is what I'm going to do to fix it. Okay? And I'm going to reset. I'm going to get back to saying, first of all, I'm going to give myself grace. I'm going to give myself grace to say, I deserve this. I deserve to be able to give myself a reset and a refresh. I deserve that. And I deserve a whole lot of them. You can't be out of reset and refreshes. That's another thing. You need the R and R's all the time. It can't ever be like, well, your RR is over. Your reset refresh minutes is over. Like back in the day when we had phones and your minutes were up, you're like, you can't call me within this time because my minutes are running out. Like that. Like, you're out of your minutes. No. Mm-mm. No way. Give yourself permission to have a good life, Queen. Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to dream. Give yourself permission to have wants and yearning. Give yourself permission to experience the best. Give yourself permission to have a good life. Give yourself permission to reset, to refresh. Give yourself that permission. You have the power. Give yourself permission to do so. This is why in episode 29, Playing Big, no longer on the sidelines. That's why that title was there. That's why that episode was about that. Because we have to start giving ourselves permission to have the life we want instead of giving other people permission over us. How many times have you heard people say, well, that's not the way it is, or who said you could do that, or who? You're like, what? What are you talking about? I'm grown. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm living my dreams. I'm living what God put inside of me. How is that bothering you? How is that hurting you? How is my glow up affecting you? You know? It's like we have to, the conditioning, the programming that has happened, we have to unlearn that. We have to dismantle it immediately because you have the power. You do. You do have the power. But if you don't believe you have the power, if you don't believe it, what is it going to be? Right? If you don't believe that you have the power to dream big and play big, right? And have what it is God has for you. If you don't believe that, Queen, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not. Because faith without works is dead. If you don't believe that it can happen, you won't achieve it. There's no point in working at something and not believing it can happen. You have to believe it, because that belief is what brings it to life. I believe it's going to work. We have someone that has an illness and they believe it's going to go away. They have such a strong faith, a positive thing, like this is going to end. This is going to go away. This is no longer going to plague me. And there are often times where it does. It goes away. Not just like miraculously, but that can happen too. But the point I'm making is belief. Remember, 3 stages of faith. You have to believe. You got to know and you got to be it. So the reset, the refresh, you have to give yourself power. You have to give yourself permission to have it, because the permission is power. Okay? The permission is power. The permission is saying, I'm drawing a hard line in what I want in life. This is what I want. This is what I want in my life. This is what I want. And this is how I, God willing, plan to get it. I deserve to give myself a reset. I deserve to be able to back up. I deserve to just be able to get myself together, gather my thoughts and see what is happening and see what I want for my life instead of going steamroll ahead, just like not focusing on what matters. No direction. So I'm bumping into everything and be like, just go. Like, okay, we take action, but where are we going? That's like getting in a car. You don't know where you're going. You'll end up somewhere dangerous if you don't know where you're going. That's why the reset and refresh is important, because you need to reset. We need to take a pause. We need to pause. When we don't pause, we can hurt ourselves. It's dangerous. It's dangerous when we don't pause, as opposed to being dangerous when you're living your truth. and living the way God wants you to and living in your power, then you're dangerous. But you cause danger to yourself when you have no direction, when you don't know what you want, when you have no plan, when you're not putting God first. You know what I mean? And that's not for you. That's not supposed to be your story. If that's your story right now, that needs to change. And this is why this podcast exists, to remind you, you can do it. It's been done before. It's being done. And it's your turn. That's it, Queen. It is. Straight and to the point. You know how I am. So you got to give yourself permission. Start giving yourself permission. There is power in the permission to say no more. You know how freeing it is when you just say, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done. Whether it be relationships, whether it be toxic environments, whether it be whatever it is. I'm done with that. I'm no longer going to stand in that. I'm no longer going to allow this. You know how much power that is? To the point to those that you stand up to, look at you like, what's wrong with you? I'm not doing this anymore. You're finally being who you're supposed to be. And it's shocking to those that hurt you, but who cares? It's not about them. This is your life. And that's a part of the reset. The reset is saying, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm pausing. I know this is wrong. I don't like it. I'm going to pause, reset, get back to what God has for me. And I'm start fresh, refresh, lift myself up, refresh, rejuvenate myself, give myself what I need to lift me up, feel my soul, warm my heart, so I can have the life that I want. And I can help others have the same thing, empower other women and other girls so that I can be a blessing to them too. Right? So this is why it's so important, Queen, for us to start giving ourselves permission and really taking a pause. Really. Because that reset and refresh is reflection. The reflection, when we don't reflect, well, first of all, if we don't pause and we don't reflect, like I said before, you have no direction. You're just going. And that is not helpful because you're not learning. And if we're not learning, we're not growing. Yeah, we're getting older, but are we growing? See, that's not what we want. We don't want to get old. We want to grow. Getting older is inevitable, but the growth is what we're after. It's like I said episodes before, it's freedom that we're after. Peace is freedom. And along with that is growing. How are you growing? Because that wisdom is growth. How is that happening? And if we're not doing that, that is a problem. And this is why it's so important for you, like I've mentioned also episodes before, the purpose of you taking your keys back, your keys to your heart back, because this is your life. Your life. You don't owe anyone any explanations or anything. You don't owe anyone anything. That doesn't add value to you. If people were tearing you down, and even you'd be family, no matter what it is, even it could be family that's adding value to you, but they're bringing you misery, you gotta love them from the distance. Remember that. I spoke about that too. Love them from the distance. Some people, we should not be in their company and they shouldn't be in ours because it's just not a good thing. They've stopped growing. Or maybe they haven't grown. That's another thing. Some people have not grown. They've gotten older, but they haven't grown. Right? It's like seeing a tree that has stopped in its growth and it's just getting drier and decrepit and it's not producing fruit. You feel bad for that tree because you're like, wow. As opposed to a tree that's tall and vibrant and lush and producing fruit and shade. And then the tree, the amazing thing about trees, how God made it is that all the trees, which is so cool, they give nutrients to one another. And I believe if one tree is not doing well, the other ones give nutrients to it to bring it back to life. And deep. But this is why it's so important, Queen, for you to reset and refresh. And in that as reflection. But to keep growing is the wisdom. In addition to that, it starts with you giving yourself permission. Flat out. The reset and refresh is you giving yourself permission to say, I deserve this. I deserve it. And not just that, you're doing it often. It doesn't, like I said, you're not running out of minutes. I need time. I need a pause. I need to step back. This is not, they're like, well, anyone's like, well, what does that mean? I just need to step back. I need a pause. That's what I need. That's it. It's like, oh, okay. Well, okay. And do that and reflect, because you need to look at every situation. How do I feel? What do I want? What does this look like? What am I going after? Am I after me? Am I after me having a good life? Is that important to me? Because it should. You should be important. That should be very important. You're very important. You should know that. You're special. So therefore, when are you going to start doing it? Got to start showing up for you. And this is why I remind you, right? This is why I remind you, queens. I remind you of that because sometimes we get lost. And it's true. And I know as women, we have a lot going on. I know we have a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the two worlds, right? But you were worth it. What you want is worth it. And you got to go after it. Got to play big. Play big. We're not playing small. No sidelines. So do this for yourself. Take a reset. Take a refresh. Pause and reflect. And make a decision on how you want your life to be. And start going after it. Start going after it, queens. Okay? And I said this episode is going to be short and sweet to the point. But I just want you to know how important you are. You're important. You're heavy. You're a giant. You got to stop. You got to have to start being that. Your true identity. You are powerfully heard. There is no why do you think you listen to this podcast? Why do you think it resonates with you? You think because it's just talk and what I say is just nice and you speak well and all that? No, because what I'm saying is in your heart. I'm just speaking truth. No matter how well I speak, I'm speaking truth. Your heart is singing to the words, is responding to the words that I'm telling you because it resonates in its heart, in your heart. That's why. That's why. Because if something you don't agree with, you're like, no, I don't think so. Nope, wrong. Flip, switch. I'm not listening to that because we all do that. But when it connects in your heart, you're like, something there. Let me look further. Something there. And you're daggone right, there's something there. And that's because you need to be after you. You do. And give yourself permission. So if you need to reset and refresh all the time, do it. And there's no time in the day either. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to take a reset in the morning and then no. Do it now. I'm going to reset. I'm going to refresh right now. Right now. This is what I want. I need to pause. I need to reflect. I need to get better direction. Do it. Do it. We have to do our best to stop waiting. And another trick of the enemy is procrastination and delay. And, I can do it later. Oh, maybe it's not that big of a deal. What? No, not at all. Not at all. Start giving yourself permission, queens, okay? I care about you. I want what's best for you. And we 30 episodes in. You really think I'm playing games? Who would show up 30 episodes if they didn't care? Who would show up 30 episodes? Who's doing this? They say most podcasters stop at 10. I got 20 on top of that. Alhamdulillah. Okay? And that's because of you. Because of him and you. So I thank you. So you really think we're going to stop? No. God willing, no. I'm going to keep going as long as God allows me to. So therefore, I will continue to, God willing, pour into you and give you what you need. But what you need to do is start giving yourself permission and everything else and all the episodes that you need, take with you and take action. Because God, this is all God talking. He wants you to have an amazing life. Always. Always. See, that's the soprano. See, I told you I got a little soprano in me. Okay. Start doing it, queens. All right. And as always, you're more than enough. You're much more powerful than you know. You're worth more than gold. You're created from greatness. Greatness is in you, forever forward, never backwards. Whoops. Forever forward, never backwards. And I'm just so grateful that you showed up. Yeah. And continue showing up for you, queens. Don't stop. Don't stop. All right. I will see you, God willing, in the 31st episode and more. And I just want to remind you that you are powerfully her. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.